these are live visuals that are coming in straight from New York, where the Indian Prime Minister has just landed. He's got off from his plane, and I'll be heading to the hotel, the place where my colleague Siddhant Civil is presently at. And that is, of course, the hotel where the Indian Prime Minister will be residing at during his stay in New York. Remember, this is an important visit, a very crucial visit, especially because this also happens to be the first official state visit by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the United States of America. He'll also be addressing the joint sitting of the Congress within the United States. So we've got a lot lined up in terms of this visit by the Indian Prime Minister, and what needs to be said is also about the enthusiasm of the Indian diaspora, the members of the Indian community who, of course, come, and this happens no matter where the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi travels. Perhaps no other leader gets a welcome in the manner that Narendra Modi gets from members of the Indian diaspora who come up in their thousands cheering. And it's a rock star sort of a welcome that the Indian Prime Minister gets, which no other world leader gets from members of their diaspora. And this is something which is a unique feature of the Indian Prime Minister. No matter wherever he goes, there are thousands upon thousands of teeming members of the Indian diaspora who, of course, line up to welcome the Indian Prime Minister. And this is a crucial visit by the Indian Prime Minister. These are scenes from just a little while back of the Indian Prime Minister being welcomed by the dignitaries as his plane landed in the United States of America. And also my colleague Susan Tehrani is still with us. Susan, this is the Indian Prime Minister's first official state visit. There are several events that have been planned up. But one of the aspects that will be talked about a lot is also about the deepening relationship between India and the United States. And something that a lot of people will be commenting upon is the willingness of the United States to perhaps now share defense technology with India to a certain extent. The reason why India, over the course of the last several decades, has been purchasing a lot of military hardware from Russia and the erstwhile Soviet Union, because Soviet Union was much more inclined to share defense technologies. But now the United States seems to be pretty open to sharing at least some bit of its defense technologies with India.
That's very true. And the United States, as you well know, is very selective and very careful on which countries and who it shares its intelligence, its technology with, notably in the line of defense. And it's been very sort of secretive in that sense. So this is why, one of the reasons why this is such an important development, if it does go through, with the jet engines and with GE also cooperating, that being an American company. Again, it goes back to not only, the governments collaborating together, but how, private companies can also collaborate together as well. So yeah, that's a very nuanced issue about the United States, that it doesn't share technology very easily. And I think the United States understands that, as one official said, this partnership is the partnership of the century between the United States and India. And the probably closest ally that the United States has in the region would be India at this point. So it would be strategically beneficial for Washington to do this. And I think that's why they're moving forward with something like
Absolutely,
this.
indeed. And I think that sums up really well the relationship of the 21st century. That is how this has to be put. Thank you very much indeed to both Susan Tehrani and also to Siddhant Civil for joining us and getting us all those updates there.